What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. I have been a longtime fan of Pic-Time for hosting my client galleries for mostly my wedding clients, but really any type of gallery, headshots, family sessions. Pretty much everything I deliver to a paying client goes through Pic-Time as my gallery host. But my eyes have always been open to what other products and services might exist on the market. I came from SmugMug originally, transitioning to Shootproof, and then ultimately Pic-Time. I'm always looking for the newer players. No matter how much research I do, I always come back to Pic-Time because not only are they the most beautiful looking client galleries for my actual clients to experience. They're very simple to navigate and add to a cart, but it's a company that continues to iterate with new features on a regular basis. I don't know the inner workings of how a lot of these businesses unfold behind the scenes and whatnot, but what seems to happen is the company takes a lot of investment money and then development stops across the board. I don't understand why that happens. It seems like when a company is infused with money, they would expand rapidly. But what tends to happen is a lot of companies get invested in, and then they just start expanding their feature set by buying up other companies, which is generally a horrible way to expand and improve your feature set because it requires a melding of company cultures in a way that just rarely ever goes well. But to my knowledge, Pic-Time as a company has always kind of stayed true to who they are and just regularly done the work to iterate with new updates that they craft in-house using their own team. And with all of the new sort of AI tools that are emerging on the market, I've been curious to see what a gallery host provider might do to utilize these things. Lightroom has really great AI detection for faces built right into Lightroom. I typically keep that turned off though because of the overhead of processing power I really don't care about. But for the client result, to actually be able to have AI face detection would be incredible. And that's exactly what Pic-Time rolled out earlier this year. So let's jump just into the main user interface here. So let me just pull up a random wedding that I delivered a couple months ago. Okay, this new feature, which is enabled in the gallery setup settings. If you just go to gallery setup and then enable AI search for gallery visitors, as you scroll down past your main splash page, you'll see now an option to find your favorite moments. And what's cool is this is, first of all, very well displayed. It's intuitive about like how you can click on somebody, and then it just shoots out with this nice little side screen that shows you every single face that it's detected across this wedding day, which is by itself really useful. But one thing you can do is start to create combinations of people. So say I want the groom here with maybe this is a grandma over there. It'll auto-suggest other pictures where other faces regularly occurred, but you can really define who you want in a photo, hit apply, and it will show you just those photos where those two people appear in the shot. Which is really, really useful, especially for family or extended family and friends that know they're not going to be in most of the photos, but know they were in a random grip and grin photo they took during the reception. But maybe you don't want to go through the 700 photos that finally get you down to the reception part of the wedding day. That makes sense. Now you can just sort by this. And then they also give you really nice kind of granular control over, you select two people, okay, you want to see with at least one person in every shot, or do you want to see everyone together? So it's only the pictures of the two of them together. I'm guessing that's a couple group shots, yep, and some of the family photos. So, for an end user, now they only have to scan through maybe a dozen pictures here of what they're looking for and not have to like piece everything together using labels and favorites and adding stuff to carts, and all of that mess is just completely, all those pain points are alleviated. It works literally as simple as that. You can just combine whatever faces you want. But if you want to take it a step further, say you send this to, as the photographer, to a vendor or something like that, and that vendor wants to, only cares about pictures of the flowers because they're the florist. Boom, you can just type in a keyword flowers, and every photo that has a flower in it will show up. Now, it's pretty accurate. It's not like 100% accuracy, but considering that they built this entire mechanism in-house, I'm very impressed with the accuracy and the speed of how quickly these are rendered. So there's no waiting. You can send the gallery to the clients and they get these features immediately. But also when you type in something, it's just right there. One thing I'm hoping they launch in the future, they haven't said nothing to me about this as something that's coming or not, but would be really useful as the photographer to have cross-gallery searching. So any gallery that I've uploaded across the many years that I've used the service, I could type in flowers or maybe a venue, name or characteristic, red barn, and see every gallery I've ever uploaded. That would be really, really useful, but we'll see if that actually comes. I would assume that's a lot of computing resources to scan the entire back catalog of everything somebody's uploaded. But right now, for each individual gallery, the actual client experience and anybody else that you share the gallery with, this is a huge leg up and how quickly people are able to get to the photos they are looking for or are most interested in. I absolutely love it. But another cool thing on the back end here is this new filter and AI search button where you can say you proactively want to send something to one of the vendors. Yes, like I showed you just now, you can send the gallery link and they could type in if they notice for themselves, flowers and see every picture. That's fine. But here they have sort of pre-categorized labels. So I'm going to select maybe a different vendor. Let's just do venue. So these are like establishing shots of the scene, like details of the interior rooms. That's really cool. I'm going to select all those and then I can just say share and it gives me every single category over email as a specific little sub gallery, create a blog post with this. Just like that, I can isolate the 149 photos the venue vendor might want and send that off to them in a way that removes, again, a lot of the friction for the actual people that work at the venue that are probably very busy and don't have time to piece together all 150 photos that might have something to do with the venue. This just gives them a much clearer starting point to work from, and it makes it very easy for you, the photographer, to put together these little subcategories to share. So that's it. I just wanted to call attention to this really new feature that I haven't seen implemented from any other gallery host provider yet. It's very impressive and it's really exciting how rapidly they are making improvements and updating this. They launched this in January and I think I made like a reel or something talking about it. But one thing I wanted to do was wait just a little longer to see if I'd noticed any increase in print sales or something like that. Without me having changed anything else in my business as far as like emails and print sales and all that. It's all exactly the same, but I have already seen an increase in the number of prints people are ordering simply because there's a much shorter path to clients getting the photos they want really easily. And the number one example I can show you is this wedding within, I think, a week or two after when I delivered the gallery. The couple designed their own wedding album, ordered a $1,400 book, and all I had to do was review the spreads and approve it, making any changes that I felt were needed, which were very few. It's probably going to take a solid year, maybe through like the first wave of holiday sales, but before I can definitively say these AI filtering tools are making an improvement in the client experience, thus giving you more profitability with actual print sales. But we'll see. I can't wait to follow up. Another useful new feature update Pic-Time has made is a app. They actually redesigned, I don't know if they ever had an app before, but they redesigned their entire app so that you as the photographer have really quick and easy access to all of your galleries, including, which is most useful for me, a super easy way to just get a share link really fast to email off to somebody in an actual email or iMessage or maybe an Instagram DM or something like that. If anybody's come across any comparable services that are doing something like this, I'm always interested. But for right now, from what I've been able to find, Pic-Time is way ahead of the curve here, which usually means they're going to stay ahead of the curve as long as they keep iterating with the same frequency that they have. As always, thank you so much for your attention. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you're doing well, and I'll be back soon. Bye, everyone.